You had a couple options today, I want you to know. We could have got real. Mike could have put on a one-man show, and we could have got emotional. We could have got deep down, giving you the real stories of SnowBikeMike's 10 years with Kind of Funny. But you know what? I decided let's keep it short, let's keep it simple, let's keep it fun. Because we want to get to Mario Party. So we'll save the waterworks, we'll save the tears, we'll save the fun for later. And let's just talk about Kind of Funny. Celebrating 10 years. And yes, thank you to Kevin in production. What are you doing? Don't come out here. No, it's not like that. Oh, shit.
I think we got to do the other one, Mike.
Kevin, can you bring up the other one and go to number 1 for me then?
Okay, so they're not in order.
Okay. No, there's numbers on them. It's all the way at the bottom.
There's numbers on only 30 of them.
Yeah, you just start at 1, then we'll go from there.
Okay, maybe 1 second.
Shucks.
Hold
Well,
on.
here's the deal then, chat. I'll breeze through this really quick then, because, of course, you know Kind of Funny's history. The past. A couple of jabronis in a spare bedroom having some fun. We've been there, done that. The present. We're here right now. Please take a look at the fonts as well, because, I went deep into the font system for that one. Of course, keeping it moving, I want to talk about the future. And a lot of people ask, what is the future of Kind of Funny? And that's what I was asked to do here with this PowerPoint. And so I wanted to do it through my eyes. Okay? I learned how to do that, Gia, just so you know. See that? Boom. I learned how to do that. Didn't know how to do that before. But here, these are doctor-certified eyes, okay? It's a light prescription, everyone, in the office, just so you're aware. It's a light prescription, meaning I don't really need the glasses, Nick. He smiled and nodded, so that's all you need to know. Of course, this is the future of Kind of Funny through my eyes. And when I think about the future, I think about 2 incredible human beings, okay? I think about me and my best friend, Andy Cortez, right here. And it's a beautiful friendship, all right, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to go places. We're going to do things. He means a lot to me. And so, as you can see, we've gone on a lot of great adventures. Of course, we left IGN and started Kind of Funny together. Mike and Andy right here. We VR'd golf together. I put my hand on Andy's head as if I was Shaq. It was a beautiful moment. A lot of people know that one. It's a beautiful moment. But a lot of you don't know, what is the future of Mike and Andy's friendship? Where will we go? What are the places we'll see? And so I'm happy to announce that in 2026, Mike and Andy Cortez will be taking part in the Amazing Race. And that's going to be a globe-trotting adventure. A lot of people out there in the universe said, man, I can't imagine Mike and Andy traveling together, let alone being a part of a reality television show that pits teams of 2 to travel the globe and make millions of micro decisions at a second's notice to get the best travel deals. Go to the final loading spot. It's a lot of Photoshop. It's a lot of Photoshop. Andy's calling out right here. There's a lot of Photoshop action happening here. You can see Andy's very excited to be on. They gave him a microphone. I don't know why. Our first stop in our Amazing Race 2026 takes us to the Grand Canyon. Of course, we kick it off here in America, and I've been fortunate enough to go to the Grand Canyon. Andy is not, so he was truly blown away by seeing the sights of what this gorge is all about. Crazy enough, you'll notice in my hands, I have a bunch of rubber ducks. Me and Andy did win the first challenge. We actually had a rubber duck race down the Colorado River. It was very odd. They never let this happen, but you know what? We threw a lot of microplastics down the river, and oddly enough, we won, so we avoided elimination here in the Grand Canyon. We got a lot of rest. It was a great time in Arizona, and then they asked us, hey, I hope you're ready for leg number 2. And that took us to Paris, France. Of course, you can't see the bottom. No, just know that I'm holding a baguette and Andy's eating mac and cheese, because that was our date that we had together. We already had won the challenge. We're clean sweeping the challenges, just so you know. Not much competition here for me and Andy. But we thought we'd enjoy the view, enjoy the amenities, enjoy the mac and cheese and the baguettes. So that's what we did together. It was a really beautiful time. I have a great turtleneck on. If you want to just come and see Kind of Funny family, I look beautiful in this one. This is one of my best looks I think I've ever pulled off here. So just want to make sure everybody sees it, how great we were.
I'll tweet this right now. Come to my Twitter.
Thank you. So make sure to kick that over to Twitter. Just really great look right there. You want to comment?
No, I don't know. I just
well, let's kick it to leg number 3. Of course, where will our adventure go, Andy Cortez? It took us to Thailand, where, of course, we had to have a cute couples photo because, like, we're best friends. We're having fun. We're going to the beach. And so I'm just so thankful.
Why did you just find a picture of the beach? Why did you have to get people holding hand and then covering them completely where you're not lined up with
creativity. It's creativity. You know what I mean?
I wish that couch wasn't there.
So there we were, island hopping, having so much fun, exploring Bangkok and beyond. I mean, it was a beautiful time. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful time. We won this challenge as well. Super easy. And that took our friendship and amazing race to South Africa, where we dove with sharks. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, wait, Mike, Andy doesn't know how to swim. How could he dive with sharks off the Cape of South Africa? Don't worry, I taught Andy how to swim. Okay?
What is happening in this image?
I don't like
this image.
It was a big test of friendship. It was about trust. I taught Andy how to swim, and so I'm happy to report in 2026 and beyond.
You're teaching me something.
Andy knows how to swim. I didn't think I'd get this reaction. I thought it was a really good Photoshop.
Yeah, you're doing something more than teaching me how to swim.
You know, I'm happy to say that we went down to beautiful South Africa. We got to dive off the coast and see these incredible animals, great whites. I did try to touch them. Andy said I wasn't allowed to touch them, so we kept our hands and feet inside the cage.
That's good. That's safe.
You know, this is a lifelong lesson that Andy will know forever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we can get off of that one.
Learn, you never forget, and I'm happy that I did that for Andy. Continuing on, after we won the amazing race, Andy asked me for two things. He said, SnowBikeMike, I just want to go to PAX with you. I don't really want to travel the world. I would just like to go to PAX, see all of my friends, hang out. So I, of course,
I did say that. That's the one thing I said.
That's what Andy did say. And so we took all of our winnings and we splurged at PAX Seattle, okay? We got to go to the Borderlands booth. We were there. Andy's gaming. I'm smiling, having a great time. And to finish off our incredible journey for the 10 years of the future, you know, what are two best friends? What's a winning of amazing race really going to go towards? The dream house. Two bros. Dual setups right next to each other. We have a beautiful office. We get to share each other's space. We get to game together each and every night. I mean, this is truly the next 10 years of Kind of Funny. So if you're looking forward to seeing what's next, please think about subscribing, joining us on all the podcasts, going out over to Patreon and gifting out Patreon memberships, because this could be the next 10 years of Kind of Funny. I mean, what a journey it's been.
If you all could also support me personally on my own adventures in case I ever hope to break off and be free of this, please do so.
Thank you so much. That has been the past, the present, and the future of Kind of Funny with SnowBikeMike through my eyes. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Really bad vision. Yeah. Really bad vision.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to jump over to play some Mario Party with the crew. It's going to be a lot of fun. Unless, Kevin, you have those photos up?
I'm trying to open it up right now. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Because we could get a quick emotional one. I do want to share some
PowerPoint is
photos.
like frozen, so I'm going to Alt F4. There you go. That did work. Give me a second. Fill time. Talk to your friends.
And what did you think about those?
I mean, you know, I will say I'm really proud to see your Photoshop skills improving. They're elevating.
I really know how to press that button that cuts everything out.
Yeah, you hit the select subject button.
It's the only button I really
does a lot of the work, but you're still like you're putting in the work, and we're seeing.
Thank you.
You know, we're in the Jabroni Boys Discord watching the backyard baseball streams, and Chris Ank and I are like, wow, that's really good. Yeah. He's getting very talented.
Yeah, you are the absolute best.
Putting a lot of work into it.
This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends over at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They have hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style. Plus, if your shades ever go missing or take an unexpected hit, don't sweat it. They have the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or return worry-free within 30 days. Y'all know I've been outside a lot in the sun playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing my Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That's shadyrays.com. Use the code FUNNY. This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones that you're not using anymore and save more money. Rocket Money has helped multiple members of Kind of Funny learn that they are still paying for things they totally didn't even realize. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and match your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/kindoffunny today. That's rocketmoney.com/kindoffunny. rocketmoney.com/kindoffunny.
You know, I'm thankful for Andy in my life along with Roger. And yeah, here's a quick moment just to get real with everybody. If I can take you down a fun little trip. Thank you to Andy. Thank you to the
Thank
team.
you.
Try clicking.
Thank you, I think. I don't know.
You're going to be clicking, Kevin. I'll tell you when.
No, I'm saying try clicking. I think
let's see.
it might work, maybe? No?
Negative.
All right, I'll click.
We'll take a little quick trip down memory lane because, of course, there's also a real side to this if we really want to get real with me and Kind of Funny after 10 years. Of course, I wanted to give you the fun PowerPoint, make it short and simple and easy. But at the same time, I know Tim loves to get emotional. I know that Tim loves to celebrate these big moments. And I could have pushed this off if I really wanted to. But of course, what is celebrating a fun milestone if you don't look back on all of the fun moments? So I went through my phone and I wanted to share with you my journey with Kind of Funny and how important it is to me, just like all of you, and some of the cool moments that I can share with you. So to kick this off, this is a photo from 2015, the first ever TwitchCon here in San Francisco. Of course, like many of you, in 2015, 4 jabronis left their cushy jobs at IGN to go out and make their own and bet on themselves. And I was a big fan of Podcast Unlocked with Ryan McCaffrey, shout out, and of course Beyond, like many of you. So I was interested to see what Greg, Colin, Tim, and Nick were going to do by themselves. And so I watched and I followed them to try to see what their next adventures were going to be and where they would go, because I was really interested in Greg and Colin. I thought they had a great dynamic. I thought they were a lot of fun, and Nick and Tim being a part of it was going to be a really cool, interesting endeavor. They were going to use a platform called Twitch that I wasn't really familiar of. As many of you know, I'm a jabroni. I'm not big on the internet and stuff, so I followed them. And this is a photo of me and my girlfriend at the time, Daryl Underwood, going to TwitchCon to meet Kind of Funny. And I was blessed at that time in 2015, being a mega nerd, working up in Lake Tahoe that was all about skiing and snowboarding, extreme sports, in this tiny little snow globe that was Lake Tahoe in my life at the time in 2015. And because of what I loved with Colin and Greg Live and the morning show and all of their fun content that they were doing, Kind of Funny, I politely asked my girlfriend at the time to go down with me and go see them at TwitchCon. And so we went down to go visit, if you'll go to the next couple slides here, visit Greg, Colin, Nick, and Tim at the first ever TwitchCon here in San Francisco. And it was beautiful. It was awesome. It was everything I could have asked for. I forced poor Daryl Underwood to sit there in a 7-hour line just to buy one lame Twitch t-shirt, because the merch store is so important at Twitch way back in the day. That's the only place you could ever buy Twitch merch, was at TwitchCon, and that led to just hours of lines like Disneyland. And so I made me and Daryl sit there the whole first day, and we met Twitch streamers, and we were smiling. We were checking out booths. We knew that Greg, Colin, Tim, and Nick would be up the next day. And I was so excited to see them that, of course, I got to meet them at their special panel. And I do want to take a moment to share a fun story. Of course, if we'll go to Colin on the next one. As many of you know, when the Kind of Funny crew was doing Patreon and they were doing monthly Q&As, where if you supported them for 3 months, on the 4th month, you could call in and get your own Google Hangout with the crew. And I was so excited. I wanted to support. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to meet them, that I did that for a number of months. And as the boys tell you, every single time we did this, it was a whole lot of fun. It was really, really special. The whole crew would gather around, and I would get as I tell the story, I'll tell you the real story. The day before my first ever Google Hangout with the crew, they talked about it on a podcast of, hey, when we do these Google Hangouts, everybody is so excited. They're so nervous. They don't know what to say. We don't really know what to say. And it kind of leads to this 15 minutes of just hanging out and just kicking it. And so I thought to myself, I said, well, how do I stand out? How do I make it my own? And as many of you have heard, I used to make my own Kind of Funny podcast, and it went just like this. Yo, what the heck is going on, Kind of Funny crew? It's your boy, SnowBikeMike, welcoming you to the first ever Kind of Funny best friend Google Hangout here with me and you. And of course, the first show went off, and they all dropped their jaws and smiled and laughed. They couldn't believe what I was doing. And that led to, of course, Brian Earl asking the question, grizzly bears versus gorillas. We made them have that conversation. We talked about sun safety. We all laughed, and it was so much fun. And so why I'm getting to Colin now is the coolest part about the Google Hangout was it was me and the team. But then as I continued to support, people's schedules were busy. So sometimes it would be me and Greg, me and Tim and Kevin. And I would always get a little nervous and shaky. I was like, oh man, I hope it's not just me and Colin one-on-one, because at the time I had not met Colin that many times, and he was so well-spoken and so smart and way brighter than I was. He was talking at a different level than I was back in 2015. I was just some stoner. And I remember every time I would turn it on, I go, please don't let it just be me and Colin. I'm too nervous. I'm too afraid. I don't know if I could talk to him. And on the third time, it was me, Greg, and Colin. And I go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I remember smiling at the boys thinking, what do you have in your back pocket, Mike? What can you do to get them involved and get them talking with you? I know I can get to Greg, but how do I get to Colin? How do I make this connection? And the week prior, I went back to Colorado, my hometown, to be with my dad and my family. And me and Big Mike went to a Colorado Rockies game where, of course, Big Mike and I, we fly by the seat of our pants. We didn't buy tickets ahead of time, so we bought them from a reseller in front of the stadium. And I remember the reseller trying to get after Big Mike, trying to double price the tickets, even though it was already the fourth inning. And I had the conversation of like, why doesn't the guy just give them away for pennies? It doesn't matter, right? And I told that story to Greg and Colin immediately stood right up and lit right up and smiled big and told me a really awesome story about him back in the day out in New York, how he would used to do that with Yankees tickets. And it was so cool to break through and have that moment of like, oh my God, I can connect with these people. We can have fun. That's so cool. And so I wanted to share the special Colin moment to start, because we're going to kind of go rapid fire. But here at TwitchCon, Kevin, if you go to the next two and just show Nick and Tim, these guys inspired me. I was playing a lot of video games at the time. I loved Kind of Funny. I loved my job at the Mountain, but I wanted to try something different. I wanted to do more. And so as me and Daryl left TwitchCon 2015, I was driving up to Tahoe, and I looked at her and I said, I could do that. And she goes, do what? I said, I bet you I could Twitch stream. I mean, I'm playing a bunch of games. And she goes, well, Mike, you do play games every night. Maybe you should give it a try. And I promise you, the next day, me and Daryl set up the Xbox. We grabbed a webcam, and we turned on a live stream the following day in October. It was just Daryl and my mom at the time, and it was a beautiful moment of me kicking it on, seeing what it's like, and having me, Daryl, my mom in the chat supporting me, and going live for the first ever time, seeing what it was like. And I caught the bug. That's all I wanted to do, was Twitch stream every single day. After long days of work on the Mountain, I wanted a Twitch stream. And so that's where it began, was TwitchCon 2015 after meeting these guys. Kevin, go to the next one. I'll keep telling some stories. Of course, you can see a fun photo of me with the Kind of Funny crew. I think this is Andy tweeting that out. It's me. I was trying to get creative, so I grabbed the LeBron James cardboard cutout from Skizzip at GameStop just to have some fun, but just to show you what it looked like at the time here. You can see the Kind of Funny crew in this tiny little box and me there, and that's what our Google Hangouts used to look like. It was a whole lot of fun, and they would laugh and laugh going, are you not recording this, Mike? And as many of you know, I didn't know anything. I barely got the stream on 90% of the time. And so, no, I didn't record any of these. It was just me and them having fun. And so let's go to the next one and check it out. This was me at the time. I think that was like the coolest part to tell you all is, I talk about the snow globe in my life, but as you can see, this was me as Heavenly's Ripperoo mascot. During times of boredom at the restaurant that I was running at Heavenly, I would ask if I could dress up as the kids' ski school mascot and go out and greet the kids, liven up the place during the summers because I was so bored that I wanted to seek out more. And so, I'm going to have some old photos here just to show you, hey, this jabroni was able to make it to here, his dream job, his dream role. And so this is a fun photo. If you go to the next one, this is me handing out cookies at the bottom of the gondola. I was the cookie meister. I handed out 2,000 cookies every single evening at the end of the ski day. I would go down to the bottom of the mountain with one of our employees. We would go to Nestle Toll House. We'd grab a bunch of cookies, and at the end of every day at the bottom of the gondola, we'd hand out cookies to all the skiers and snowboarders. I hated this, okay? As much fun as that sounds, I absolutely hated doing the cookies because I just wanted to go home at that point. You were already down off the mountain. All I wanted to do was go home. And so, hey, sorry, Heavenly. There was a couple days where I chucked some cookies, just chuck those cookies just to get out a little bit earlier. But you can see this is the jabroni that you see in front of you today. Go to the next one, Kevin. The next one is Kinda Funny Live. Of course, my Kinda Funny fandom continued, and I couldn't stop. I had so much fun, and the idea of getting together with the crew after missing Kinda Funny Live 1 to go to Kinda Funny Live 2 with Daryl, of course, who was always supporting me in my dreams, and all of you was the coolest. We were in downtown San Francisco. I'll never forget Kinda Funny Live 2 and 3. Getting to be in line and meet so many incredible Kinda Funny best friends that were all part of the community, all there with one shared passion, which were these 4 jabronis plus Kevin in a spare bedroom. And it was so much fun getting to stand in line and share stories. Of course, as many of you know, I tried to leave behind an umbrella on the street, and one of the kind girls in line quickly picked it up and said, "I think you forgot something." And I was like, no, I don't want that. She made me walk in with it, then I ditched it in a trash can. But, here's some early photos of me at Kinda Funny during Kinda Funny Live 2 and 3. Kevin, go to the next one. Of course, here's the meet and greet line at Kinda Funny, probably Live 2, maybe, Kevin? But you can see the boys all so young, smiling, having a good time. Daryl was known, I was known, and these guys treated us like royalty. They treated us like we were best friends, and it was really cool. Next one. This was my Twitch streams at the time. I looked like a jabroni. It was fun. Hey, Heavenly employees, we got an awesome donut eating contest about to go down at noon. One lucky contestant is going to walk away with 2 free tickets to Mammoth and 2 free tickets to Six Flags. Come on down, sign up at the table, and we're selling $10 Epic Promise Foundation t-shirts. So come on down and enjoy Employee Ride Day. Woo! So I caught the bug. I wanted more. I wanted to do it all. I wanted to have some fun, and it was really, really cool. And so thanks to work, Steve's photo will be on later on, but I was really fortunate to have some great managers around me, some really great people who encouraged me and wanted me to try more. And so you see it. I caught the bug. I was doing that at work to our employees, to the staff, to guests all around the lodge. And so, Kevin, if you keep going, you'll see different photos of big moments of me at Thursday Night Karaoke. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, SnowBikeMike, and we're wrapping up a phenomenal Thursday Night Karaoke at HQ Bar, located inside of Mont Bleu Resort Casino. You can be here singing and drinking the night away with your boy. Now turn up, and everybody, jump one time now. I hated Thursday Night Karaoke with a passion, but it was my foot in the doorway to start doing awesome events, like hosting Pray for Snow parties. I got to host a WFC World Fighting Championships UFC event where I was the ring commentator. I got to do New Year's Rockin' Eve at Lake Tahoe. So, because of Greg, Tim, Nick, Colin, Kevin, Andy, Joey, Barrett, Blessing, Roger, Cool G. I don't know if I'm forgetting somebody, who knows, but I love you all the same. You know that. I wanted to do more, and I wanted it. So I learned how to get involved with my community, and I started doing cool events like these. I was doing casino floor events where we're giving away trucks. We were handing out slot machine vouchers. It was dumb. It was fun. It was a great time, and it was a chance for me to grow and learn. And so by that time, it was probably 2017 to 19 window. And as many of you know, you've seen the YouTube video, one shot, one take, don't know how to edit. I said, I want to be part of Greg Miller Industries. I want to go down and delete people off of Greg Miller's playlist or friends list. And so this is where you see this iconic shot. Me and Brian Braham drove down to San Francisco to be a part of Greg Miller Industries. So on the next one, you can see me and the Mormon boys gearing up and getting ready for a Game Over Greggy podcast. Mikey, A-Rock, and Greg will always have an important part in my life because of that. Keeping it going, me and Nick, one of our first times meeting, my first ever SnowBikeMike piece of merch. I made that on Custom Ink. They didn't deliver it in time. It was left in Reno. I had to drive to San Francisco on a Friday. I went to Reno on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. before they closed at 5 to make sure that I got this piece of SnowBikeMike merch that I made because I was going to give it to them. And so I think one day we'll see a cool Greg photo in here, but I'll never forget that t-shirt driving. My iconic shot of me and Kevin in the bathroom. Everybody had to have that photo. It was really special when you went to go visit the spare bedroom studio there for number 2. Keep it going. Nick doing comedy at the Brainwash, I think this was. I would follow him anywhere, and I will continue to follow him anywhere. There's Cool Greg rocking my t-shirt, and let's keep going. I don't know how, we won't stay too long. My love for Kind of Funny, this is me in my little varsity jacket on a cute Instagram photo, but the next one is me at work. Oh, that's me with the team, Kind of Funny Extra Life. I loved Extra Life every year, getting to see all of them there and raising money for those big, beautiful kids. There's me at a work function every year. Before the Mountain Open, they would gather all of the managers, and we would go out to some different spot in Tahoe, and we'd have a manager retreat. We would sit there for 2 days and get fed all the corporate mumbo jumbo. But as many of you know, I bought in. I loved the experience of a lifetime tagline. I loved providing, incredible guest service. I loved seeing people smile, learning how to ski and snowboard, experiencing Lake Tahoe for the first ever time. I loved the idea of people coming from around the globe to see this beautiful snow globe that I live in every day. And so, yeah, I bought in. I loved every moment of it. And I'll never forget going to these every year, and they would pick 2 to 3 people, and they would come up and speak and tell them their different stories of leadership and how they would lead. And I was young at this time. I mean, we're talking 19. I was hired at 18. By 19, I was given the keys with the boys. And by 22, I was running the restaurant. And so it was a young, fast time there. And I didn't know how to run. I didn't know how to run a restaurant. I didn't know how to lead 150 employees from different backgrounds of youth to foreign kids from, Brazil and Argentina to older people that were just kind of trying to get by. I didn't know how to do that. And so I learned a lot. It was a really special time there. Keep it going. Kevin and Paula came to visit. Kevin rode the snow bike. It was really fucking cool. And we had a lot of fun. Me and Mikey. Now we can just kind of keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Mikey, Kevin, and I, Kind of Funny Live 3, I believe, after party. This was me going to E3 2019. Greg and Tim let me come up on the giant, giant bomb or GameSpot truck. It was iconic. It was special. It was amazing. I got to speak and pick the game of the year. That was cool. Me and Sancho West doing the Olympics. Thank you, Sancho, and so many of you for allowing me to do cool opportunities. Me at E3, this is me in front of the Xbox thing. So back in 2019, Kind of Funny knew me. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew where I was trying to head to. And so the summer of 2019, me, Marlon, and Christian took all of our money that we had and we splurged and we went to RTX, TwitchCon, and E3. We spent every dollar we had to go to those 3 together. And we went around the whole summer going to different ones and having some fun. And it was cool. It was special. It was rad. And I'll never forget that moment of like kind of the kick in the ass to learn and grow, get to meet so many of you, be put in situations where Greg hands me a microphone before the RTX panel and I get to introduce Bernie Burns, Greg Miller, Andy, Kevin, Tim, and Nick up to the stage and run with a crazy kind of funny flag with all of you dressed as Johnny Ace. Then over to E3, where Tim let me hand out the game of the year or game of E3, game of the show awards to different people. That was really special and stuff. Just to scroll back, he always deserves a shout out, but me and Steezy Steve, my brother, my best friend, he's a jabroni. I love that guy. I mistreated him at the end because I was just young and I wanted to get away, and he was always there. So shout out, Steve. I love you. Finishing it up. Let's get out of here. We got to get to Mario Party. Oh, that's when they met Phil Spencer without me. Bullshit, BS. I should have been there. I love him. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Fucking bullshit, dude.
Me and Danny Pena. As many of you know, I was a rookie. I was young when we started the Kind of Funny Xcast. I didn't have a Rolodex of people I could call to have guests. I was nervous. I was afraid. I was low man on the totem pole. It was tough to try to talk about booking guests when you're SnowBikeMike, you don't know anybody, right? I got 200 followers on Twitter. Nobody knows who I am. And a big thank you to Danny Pena, Khalif Adams, Paris Lilly, of course, Alana and Gary for believing in me and the Kind of Funny crew. But like Miles, a number of the normal Xcast guests that you would see that supported me even knowing that I was a nobody. And they took great care of me. Here on this next photo, I just love showcasing you all. Because you're me, I'm you. It's rad to see us all together. This was TwitchCon 2018. They took it back to the Bay after going down to San Diego. And I think they learned a valuable lesson that it should always be in San Diego because being up here in the Bay, it's just not that fun. They did it in San Jose. We had a big meetup with all the Kind of Funny best friends. It was awesome. I love that. And you can see Kevin A. Sex right there. There will be some photos of me, Kevin. Kevin A. Sex is my best friend. Talk about a guy who's always there to support me and, go to In-N-Out at 1 a.m. and be done with me. I love you. So that was fun. Keeping it going. Dumb photo of me for fun. Keep going. This was me hosting a NBA 2K tournament. Wow. What a time. Talk about doing dumb stuff and putting yourself in awesome positions. I don't know what it was. It was the year before they announced the NBA 2K League. And I wanted to host and shoutcast the NBA 2K League. Talk about a dream situation. Wouldn't you love to do play-by-play Mike Breen from the sidelines of NBA games? And so I wanted to do 2K shoutcasting. I've always wanted to do esports shoutcasting from Call of Duty to Fortnite to anything. And so I wanted to be a part of the 2K League, and I met a couple of incredible people that really helped me get there from, you won't know any of these names, so don't worry about them. But there was this guy famous enough, Dirk the Caster, LT, Big Lux, and Ev, who just believed in me. And they don't know who I am. I didn't do anything. And so these guys allowed me to start shoutcasting NBA 2K Pro-Am community games. And it was the worst, but the best. It was the coolest. Games would last for 5 hours. People would disconnect. It was a nightmare to try to do, but it was so much fun to do it and be a part of. And so because of that, I got to work with a number of NBA teams and their 2K affiliates, like the Golden State Warriors and the Warriors Gaming Squad. I got to work for the Sacramento Kings, the Orlando Magic, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Charlotte Hornets, Indiana Pacers, and more. And the craziest part is as a kid who loved basketball growing up, this was the craziest thing, receiving a paycheck from the Philadelphia 76ers. I have that framed at my mom's house because it was so freaking cool. And so an awesome moment to be able to come down to the Bay and shoutcast for the Warriors Gaming Squad. Belinda, Youssef, Kevin A. Sex, everybody showed up to support me there at 2K Nevada, which was crazy. Of course, then we moved over to the Xcast with Gary, Paris, Alana, and Barrett. You guys are the best. I love you. Keep it going. We'll just try to tear through these. This was RTX 2019. So many of you were there. It was awesome. I wish the pandemic never came. To whoever ran the DiGiorno social media back in the day, thank you for pumping me up and always making me feel so freaking special. You're incredible. These messages on Twitter, and I know with the Kind of Funny crew, made me feel like a rock star. That's Quavo. That's Quavo saying fuck you to Greg Miller. One more time. Ready? Hey, Greg Miller.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, hot dog in the building, Greg. I know we don't talk about it that often, but this community, owned an indoor arena football team, and we won the championship. They sent me down to Atlanta to watch this game in the middle of COVID, and I got to sit next to Jack Settleman and our other co-owners and in a box next to Quavo and the Migos, and it was crazy, and we won. It was the coolest experience ever that we as a community came together, voted on plays, lasted all these weeks, and then I got to go see us win a championship live in Atlanta. I mean, how freaking crazy is that? And so I wanted to make sure we highlight that because that's a moment that I'm sure we might not ever forget, but we did. Me meeting Fran Marabella for the first time. Shout out to Fran Marabella, you're the best. Me at E3 Doom. That was a special moment I'll never forget. I think we're getting towards the end. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up. But really, I wanted to take this moment because this is for Tim. This is for Greg. This is for Nick. This is for Kevin. This is for the entire 11 people here working in the studio and for all of you to say thank you for allowing me to live out my dream, for believing in me, for giving me that push so long ago, to Daryl, Steezy Steve, Mick, if you're out there, all the people that believed in me along the way and that loved me. Of course, the Jabroni boys, Kevin Asex, Washburn, JD, Maddock, Tay Gatto's out there. Chris Anka, I love you to death. I'm sorry I'm a jabroni. The whole boys, you know who you are. And all of you, the community out there, for believing in me. Thank you so much. It has been an incredible 10 years with Kind of Funny. It is not the end. There's so much more left to go. And I've been a part of it for 4 years. And I can't wait to go on to 5 and beyond. And so thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your life. Thank you for supporting this incredible team. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. Without us, it wouldn't be possible. It's just so cool to be a part of the community. And now on the other side, it doesn't matter. I still feel like I'm just a jabroni watching every single day, and I love watching. So thank you all so much. This was for you, Tim. I could have kept it easy, but I wanted to make sure you got a nice SnowBikeMike one-man show about Kind of Funny 10 years and how it impacted me in such a positive way. I love you. Have fun for the rest of the day. We're going to play Mario Party and beyond. It's going to be great. I love you, bro.
Stop with the fucking promo. You don't have to promo right now. You don't have to promo right now.
I love you guys.
We love you.
I hate you because I love you so much. I love you, bro.
Oh, my God. Let me get out of here and blow my nose. I love you.